mark off. There's one officer very casually right now walking through that area. No gun across his chest, no helmet on. That very clearly, it seems the threat, at least outside of the building, has subsided. But we should hear more from the chief here in just a moment.
We'll look forward to that. ABC's Alex Stone following developments with us out of San Bruno, California, where a female shooter appears to have opened fire at the headquarters of YouTube. The campus has been shut down. Employees have been let out with their hands up and then searched as they were moved away from campus. As Alex notes, and right in line with what eyewitnesses have told us, that there was some kind of party going on around lunchtime at an outdoor patio where the tables and chairs have all been overturned and where this shooting may have started. It is not immediately clear the circumstances of the female shooter, whether she is dead, alive, captured, or not, but the posture of the authorities has certainly relaxed, and the police chief in San Bruno, California, is expected to soon brief reporters from the scene, and will await those details. The FBI has now responded to this scene, as has the ATF, joining San Bruno Police and the San Mateo, California Sheriff's Department as the main authorities on scene, along with California Highway Patrol.
I don't know the conditions of the people we expect. At 3:30 this afternoon, we're going to convene again. I'll bring a trauma surgeon from our trauma practice here to explain in greater depth what the injuries are and what the conditions of the patients are.
Okay, San Francisco General Hospital with a briefing now.
Brent Andrew.
Brent, I just got here.
Yeah, no worries. Sure. First, we've received 3 patients, 2 females and a male. The females are one is in serious condition, one's in fair condition. The male is in critical condition.
Okay, that's all I got.
Yes. One more time.
Females are 32 and 27. The male
One
is
serious, 32,
yes,
and one fair, 27.
yes, and the critical male,
critical.
36.
36.
Brent, I'm going to take a picture of your page because I don't have a notebook.
Okay, so at San Francisco General Hospital, the report is 3 patients, 2 women, 32 and 27. The 32-year-old's in serious condition. The 27-year-old woman's in fair condition. There was also a male patient taken to San Francisco General Hospital, 36 years old, in critical condition, joining 4 or 5 other patients taken to a different hospital. So we have upwards of 8 victims total so far that we know of after gunfire at the headquarters of YouTube in San Bruno, California. Let's see if the San Francisco General Hospital spokesman gives us any more.
So the other trauma center nearby is at Stanford, and I know they've received patients also.
Do you know how many?
I don't.
Do you know how many total victims there are?
I do not.
Have any of these patients talked about what happened?
Not to me.
Not to you. So 3:30 we get more information.
Correct.
And until then,
Brent, tell me your last name again.
thank you.
Andrew.
All right, a spokesman from San Francisco General Hospital confirming 3 patients taken there, adding another 4 or 5 at a different level 1 trauma center in the area. So we have so far 8 victims after this shooting. Now, again, you heard the conditions, serious, fair, critical, but we did not hear the nature of the injury. So we don't know whether these people were shot, whether they were injured some other way after gunfire by a female gunman, we're told, at YouTube headquarters in San Bruno, California. I'm Aaron Katersky. You're listening to live coverage from ABC News. The authorities in San Bruno are getting set for a news conference to deliver the latest details to us. It is a sign that at least they're comfortable enough moving away from the investigation to give us some information. So that may be a sign that things are starting to calm down, but nonetheless, no real confirmed information yet after a female gunman, we're told, opened fire at what may have been an outdoor patio party. Police and federal agents have all converged on YouTube's headquarters now in the San Francisco Bay Area, responding to what they called an active shooting in San Bruno. They did not immediately provide more information, but the city did say they took multiple 911 calls reporting gunfire, and that was certainly consistent with some of the eyewitness accounts that we had heard from the scene. The aerial pictures that we had seen Just a second. Somebody is...
Timeline of what we know now and where we're at this point. So if you'll bear with me, information is coming in. It's obviously a very fluid situation, and we're doing the best we can to keep everybody up to date. So at 12:46 p.m. this afternoon, San Bruno Police Department received numerous 911 calls regarding gunshots at the YouTube campus located on Cherry Avenue in our city. San Bruno Police arrived on scene at 12:48 and immediately began a search for a possible shooter or suspect. Upon arrival, officers encountered numerous employees fleeing from the building. It was very chaotic, as you can imagine.
Hey, you should
we
subscribe,
did
man.
One victim with an apparent gunshot wound towards the front of the business as we arrived. Several minutes later, while conducting a search of the premises, officers located a second individual with a gunshot wound that appears to may have been self-inflicted. And we are still working on confirming that. Two additional victims were located.
Wonder what's going on. What's causing this?
The extent of all
why
of
are
the
people
injuries
causing
of our victims,
chaos at fucking YouTube?
Are unknown right now. They were all transported for emergency medical care, but they are all unknown. So if I missed that, we have 4 victims who have all been transported for gunshot-related injuries, and we have 1 subject who is deceased inside the building with a self-inflicted wound that at this time we believe to be the shooter, but we're still following up on that.
Somewhere in like
agencies have responded to assist. We're very grateful.
Somewhere in California.
Assistance.
It's at the YouTube YouTube headquarters.
This is an active event and an active investigation, and numerous
San Bruno or something like that.
Numerous different local agencies are still conducting a search of the business just to make sure that that it is clear. We conducted a quick, immediate search of the premises when the first
San Bruno,
pursuant to our active shooter
I think is what it is.
And after that search was completed, now we're going through with a methodical, slow search just to make sure that we cover all the bases. That's all I have for you at this time. We hope to have something a little later. I cannot give you. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I cannot give you the time of the next press update, but we'll put that out as soon as we have that information. I'm sorry. No, I cannot confirm that.
No, I only have this one, and I just got the tank that I have on it.
My understanding is that they've been transported and they're being treated for injuries that are treatable. We're hoping for the best, obviously.
Are there more people inside the building, or?
My understanding is the building has been evacuated. There aren't people in the immediate area. We're obviously trying to contact a large amount of people to try to identify and gain some information from witnesses at the scene. So you can imagine it's a monumental task with the number of employees that work inside the building.
Can you talk about what weapons?
I'm sorry?
Can you talk about what weapon or weapons?
I don't have that information.
Oh, life's been pretty good. How about yourself, bud?
The sheriff, who else is
Well, we have. I haven't taken inventory of all the agencies.
Was that too loud at all?
We work well.
I'm playing it on my TV.
And we're grateful that they're here, but there's a lot of them. Yeah, she. Well, I want to clarify that we did locate a victim with what we believe to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It's a female, but the investigation is still ongoing before we can put all the pieces together.
That's good.
I have no.
How you doing?
Information regarding that. We are clearing the building and searching the building in a slow, methodical manner, like we would do anyway. So we haven't eliminated that possibility, but we have no information to suggest that there's somebody else in there that we're looking for.
Now we saw them walking down the street.
Yeah,
that's all gonna depend on when I come back to town. I'm not even in Lock Haven anymore.
We have staging areas where our detectives are reaching out to them and interviewing them. So we're trying to do as orderly as we can. But a lot of people, pretty hectic scenario. So it's a task.
Rather not say on YouTube. No offense.
I believe my understanding is that the building has been evacuated, so they're all outside of that building.
Okay, how many people are you talking about here?
Several hundred, a few hundred. I'm sorry, a few hundred. It was my understanding.
Wait, what floor was she?
I don't know.
And was it
all right.
there?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know the circumstances surrounding this. I don't want to eliminate any possibility. I don't know any of that for sure. Like I said, this is still active. We're still investigating this as I'm speaking to you. So there's a lot of things that I just simply don't know right now.
Let me find my
I don't have that information.
other phone.
All right, and I will try to get you an update as soon as we can once we know more. But I think that
I can't do it on this
we know
phone.
at this point. So I appreciate it. Yeah, when we know, I don't want to give you a time because I may not have a lot for you. So when we can identify a time that's appropriate to come back and update
Hello
you
to whoever just joined.
We'll probably put that out through our media list and through social media.
Sorry, Chief. We understand from one employee that police had to borrow badges in order to access parts of the building. Did you have any trouble getting where you?
I don't have any information regarding that right now.
Any problem with security at YouTube? We've heard there's not metal detectors.
We're not even at that point yet. We're still trying to address the situation in front of us. Okay, I will get you some more information in a few minutes.
You have been listening to ABC live coverage of a shooting at YouTube headquarters in San Bruno, California, just about 30 miles south of San Francisco. We were just now listening to San Bruno police tell us that the shooting started about 12:45 Pacific time this afternoon at a party that was apparently happening on a patio at YouTube. That's
it
what
might take me a
witnesses are
minute to get your message on
who
this
are on the
phone.
scene. Police say the shooter killed herself. The shooter was a female, and they found her body after entering YouTube headquarters when they were called to YouTube for an active shooting at the headquarters in San Bruno, California.
Female shooter. I think that's the first I've heard of that.
8 victims from that
ever
shooting.
in history.
Some have gone to Stanford Health Center, others to the Zuckerberg General Hospital in San Francisco. Again, the shooter is dead, apparently, from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This has been a developing story. You've been listening to ABC News. I'm Susan Whitkin from KOA News Radio, and we're going to go now back to the Mandy Connell Show on KOA News Radio, 850 AM and 94.1 FM.
Thank you, Susan.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Female shooter. We've not had
For once,
that
they're not
before.
trying to fucking ban AR-15s.
You know,
I'd like to be able to get one at some point
like this because
in
we don't
life.
know any details. We don't know any motive. It seems to me it could be a domestic situation. I don't know what to do with that. But good news, more people weren't hurt. And unfortunately, this person who decided to take, charge and go in guns a-blazing has taken her own life. So we'll have to wait and find out the details for the rest of that coming up. Now, a couple things that I want to mention for those of you who are mad that the show was preempted by breaking news. We are KOA News Radio, and that's what we do. That's our job. When something is breaking and the story is big enough to get national news coverage, we're going to tell you about it. It's what we do. So I appreciate the agony of the emails that I'm getting where those of you who believe and want me to believe that you are suffering because you have not been able to hear the show. Thank you very much for the ego boost. But indeed, it is our responsibility to bring you the news when it is news. We'll have all the updates on that throughout the afternoon as we know more about the shooter. You can go ahead and listen to KOA throughout the day, and we'll, of course, have more details as they come out. Let's do this. Details closer to home. Let's find out from John Morrissey what traffic looks like. John Morrissey, first of all, I have to thank you as the traffic god for yesterday's drive home, which for me was a piece of cake.
Woohoo! We got you home without any consternation.
Yeah, and I did a praise John Morrissey when I got home, so
Hello.
I appreciate that. Can I have the same
Thanks
today?
for stopping
Is that
by.
too much to ask?
Yes, no more porridge for you.
Oh, man.
I know. Well, no, actually, you know what? Really, we have a pretty decent drive going. One big trouble spot is along the Foothills Drive. And I don't know if the travel's going to take you there, but C-470 is jammed up solid from 285 all the way up to I-70. There's a crash westbound, C-470 approaching I-70. Only the left lane was getting by. Also staying on the west side, US 6, Clear Creek Canyon, west of Golding, heading up to Blackhawk and Central City. Closed right now till about 5 o'clock. They're working on the cliff faces again. Rock scaling is what they call it, and that'll be just about every day this week. So if you're going to go up to Blackhawk or Central City, you can go up through Netherland, which is kind of a long way around, or you can take I-70 and go in that way. The rest of your drive, though, not bad. Your I-25, I-70 drive near downtown, pretty busy. 225 is heavy like you'd expect.
Well, that
270 is
person
loaded up. All stuff you'd expect on this Tuesday afternoon. CBS 4 weather, clear and 30 tonight. Tomorrow, 66 and sunny. It's 48 right now. This report is sponsored by David Weekley Homes. Be part of something big during the 3rd annual World Largest Showcase of Homes from David Weekley Homes. Tour showcase and model homes between April 1st.
How are we all doing
and
today?
registered to win great prizes. Learn more at davidweekleyhomes.com. Equal housing opportunity. Next update, 4 o'clock. KOA News Radio, Colorado's news, traffic, and weather station.
KOA News Radio KOA time coming up on 3:46. I'm going to talk to Adam. Adam, you are on KOA
I gotta
News Radio.
reinstall it, man.
Hey, Mandy.
Hey there, Adam.
Female shooters are very rare indeed, but there have been a couple before. There's
How are we all?
one of the most famous ones was back in 1979, so they don't show up very often, but when they do, it is really, really weird. Also, the motives behind shootings end up being pretty strange as well.
Well, and that's what okay, I'll straight up, Adam, I'll tell you the truth. I was being flippant during the traffic break about, what exactly I'm supposed to say about this. I mean, it could be, am I supposed to just jump to the sexist conclusion and be like, somebody broke up with her and she was not happy, or she found out her man was cheating on her. She could be a terrorist. I don't know. We don't know anything about this woman so far.
We don't know anything about this situation just yet, but it was like, it is very strange that they actually confirmed it was a female shooter, so...
Yeah.
Short list right there.
Well, yeah, it's so difficult.
That's not even what I wanted there.
To sit here and speculate about what might have been her motivations or what might, I have no possible clue because
what causes someone to shoot up a place like YouTube though? Like for real, what causes the thought, hey, let's go shoot up YouTube? This might be a great idea to get gun control. What causes that thought?
Speculate on motives, and we'll never even know them. We'll never even really have a full grasp on motives anyways, because the only person who knew them is not here anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there could be a manifesto. You never know. She could be a journaler. Maybe she's a journaler, and we'll be able to go and read her journal. And
I'll get your messages as soon as I get off of YouTube, man.
I have no idea, but we'll find out. It's just yet another... And I appreciate the phone call, Adam. You know what's, to me, very interesting about this?
Well, that's possible.
Incidents of workplace violence since the beginning of the workplace. Really? I mean, there have been shootings in the workplace. I mean, the phrase going
But why would you shoot up the YouTube HQ
because,
over one video? Like, why? What's the point in that?
People at a post office. But in this era of sort of heightened sensitivity to the situation, the potential for a mass shooting, it becomes the story, breaking news.
Yeah, people are stupid. I agree with that.
We're going to go. And that
100%.
was not the way it was a long time ago. So, and not even that long ago. It's partly, I think, because of the heightened political situation that we're in, our heightened sensitivity to mass shootings. And now, whenever anything happens, it's like, oh God, here we go. We got, and I don't know if that's productive. I personally don't know if it's productive. I realize that it's news. I get it. But is it a productive way for us to live? Is it a productive way for us to be always like constantly?
I really hope this video doesn't get copyrighted over the radio station I'm playing.
When we went to this, by the way, they thought there was many victims. When we broke for this story, there was many, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's like 4, and I'm not saying 4 is nothing to sneeze at. I'm not meaning to minimize those 4, but it's just a very it's a tough call. Mike, you're on KOA News Radio. Real quick, I got about 30 seconds.
Yeah,
I'll order you now, anyhow.
And everything, but I'm waiting to see how many feminists complain about ABC reporting that it's a female gunman.
Oh, wow, Mike, good call. I'm gonna give the National Organization of Women a call and put them on standby right now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. A female
Awesome,
gunman.
happy birthday.
I didn't even catch that. But that's kind of the standard lingo that we use, the standard lingo. Here's something for those of you who are still around after that. It's now time for the most exciting segment on the radio of its kind in the world of the day.
I'll be 21 on the 16th of this month.
Word of the day, please, now that I've been able to enjoy the game show music.
Okay, the word of the day is an adjective.
Adjective.
And it is genethliac.
Oh, genethliac, of course. Genethliac. I was just using that incorrectly in a sentence yesterday. What's spell that?
G-E-N-E-T-H.
Oh, yeah, that's... I've been told I look 12 before.
L-I-A-C.
Weird.
Genethliac.
I don't feel that old either.
That's going to help us know what
we use it all the time.
Genethliac.
Sentence. Yeah, use it exactly. I was going to ask him. Please use it in a sentence, sir.
I could.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Let's see. The mathematicians allow the very same horoscope to princes and to sots, whereof a right pregnant instance by them is given in the nativities, the latter of which two is by Euphorians.
He's talking about mathematicians with the
Is this actually?
Is he really? I didn't think he was that old.
The same aspects and heavenly genethliac influences.
Okay, I'm
that
gonna
helped
say
a lot,
a
didn't
celestial body.
I'm gonna say it is. Susan's got celestial body.
Wow.
I'm going to say it's like your dead souls.
I really didn't think he was that old.
Actually, I'm going to give Susan partial credit.
Nice. What is it?
So, let's see. It's of or relating to birthdays or to the position of the stars at one's birth.
Okay, you're stretching to give
celestial stars.
Okay,
That's astrology. Get another minute.
Y'all still living there in
Millhall?
Millhall?
Rue Cambon in Paris, France.
Madame Trousseau's?
I'm going to say the Louvre.
I'm going
does.
to say the French president.
Yeah,
You're
it
right.
does.
I am incorrect.
Oh, the French
It
president.
flies even when,
home.
you know, just,
It's what's that big Eiffel Tower?
Nope. Grant, you got a shot there, buddy? Grant's got nothing. How
Live
about the
life,
headquarters of Chanel? Coco Chanel relocated the company there.
That is
after her
trivia.
early successes in fashion.
We should have known that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Chanel is actually one of the few designers that I can look at an outfit and say that is Chanel.
Right.
It's such a distinctive look.
It's beautiful.
You know, if I end up in Paris, I think I'll probably skip that one.
Oh, stop it. Okay, what is our, what do we got here?
Be afraid. Be very, very afraid.
Rather not disclose that information.
Ready?
Okay.
These
on
items terrify
the internet.
Patermophobics. So give them a pillow with artificial
I'll message you
joy.
over Messenger when I get done with this live stream.
Correct. It's not a fear of actress Renee unless she's from Moscow.
Mandy, what are Russophobes?
Which will be right about the half-hour
No,
mark.
it's similar.
Okay.
This is Russophobia.
Oh, Russophobia. Okay.
Okay.
They really like
I'll give you partial credit there.
Okay.
Lucretia Borgia may not be a good choice as a dinner guest if you're toxophobic, afraid of this.
Lori, what is poison?
Yes.
We've done this one.
I maybe Drew did it when we were.
Because I did.
I think Drew did
Oh,
it
okay.
when you were gone.
Did you do that?
No, he wasn't here.
Oh.
Yeah, because the Borgia. I got the Borgia last time.
Yeah.
So you should get all of these, in other words, right?
So go ahead.
And I'm going to stay silent like I did last time.
Anthophobia is the fear of these, but don't let it phase you.
What is the fear of flowers?
Yes.
There you go.
There
I think
you
I
go.
did that last time.
Yes, you did. Exactly.
I think that's going to end this live stream. Blake, I'll message you
Okay, ready.
here in a minute.
We don't know.
I'm nervous.
Luckily,
Thanks for
my memory's
watching.
not that good, so I don't remember who won.
Okay, you won't feel the need